Know
All
your
right. Can you guys
remembers.
see this?
All right, so this is Sabrina Past. Let's see, SPA. So it'll be Sabrina Patrick Andy. We'll follow.
Oh, love it.
All right, after you, Miss Sabrina.
All right. So this book is called Goldfish on Vacation. Pastor Patrick, going to go ahead and start us off. Trade
That
pages.
really happened to me in real life. Did you know that?
What?
My goldfish used to always go on vacation.
Did you just hear me say SPA?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. So sometimes it's hard being a goldfish. You dream of growing fat and exploring coral reefs, but instead, here you are in a bowl, going round and round in circles. And sometimes it's hard being a child in the summer in the city. All your friends leave and there's no one to play with. You dream of escaping to the steamy heat too, but instead, here you are in an apartment, going round and round in circles. But sometimes, well, something happens to change all that.
In a small apartment in a tall round building by a park next to a river in the middle of a big city, there lived 3 children, H, little O, and baby M. In a small bowl next to a lamp in the middle of a table beside the curtains in the small apartment, there lived 3 goldfish, Barracuda, Pastor
Blub, blub.
Patch, and
Blub, blub.
Fiss.
Blub, blub, blub. An old fountain stood at the end of their street. It was broken and covered in ivy. No one used it anymore, except to throw garbage in. But the children thought it was beautiful. On top of the fountain, there perched, as if he just landed or was just about to fly off, a magnificent stone eagle with outstretched wings.
Grandpa said the same people who built the famous Grand Central Station built the fountain. And in the olden days, before cars, horses drank from it. But when people got cars,
What?
they didn't need horses or the fountain, and they stopped taking care of it. The children felt sad for the fountain and the eagle.
Wah, wah.
Wah. Then, one early summer day, a sign appeared. Hamilton Fountain Water Garden, coming in 2 weeks, calling all goldfish looking for a summer home.
The children rushed home to tell their fish, "You're going on vacation!" Barracuda stared with his big fish eyes. Fish blew big fish bubbles. Blub, 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 blub. And Patch sank down to the bottom of the bowl.
Hey, that's Pastor Patch.
See, H said, they can't wait.
If
Grandpa-
they sink to the bottom, wait, if they sink to the top, if they float to the top, that's bad, right?
Right. He was to the bottom. I think he was a little anxious.
I think
Swimming
this is a Sabrina page.
up.
Grandpa rushed into the kitchen, and on the big calendar on the wall next to June 28th, he wrote, "Goldfish on vacation."
Better than goldfish for dinner. But the children didn't need a calendar to remember. They were already counting the days. 1, 2, 3. 3 bites. Oh, wait, no. Every morning they rushed to the window, and so did Grandpa. And every morning they watched a man at the fountain.
One morning, he was cleaning. The next morning, he was scrubbing and scraping. Another morning, he pulled ivy off the eagle and filled the fountain with clear, cold water. He put in tall reeds and then lily pads. And then one morning, the children couldn't see him. They couldn't see him because
Of all the children and children crowding around him, all of them waiting to drop off their little fish children.
blub, blub.
It's today! Hey, do y'all know why tomorrow will never get here? Because if tomorrow got here, it wouldn't be today. Anyhow, it's today, cheered H, little O, and baby M, and it was today. In no time, they were making their way slowly down the big staircase and out the front door, Grandpa leading the way. Then little O with her net, then baby M with the fish food, then H with the bowl, and Barracuda and Pastor Patch and Fiss in a wonderful goldfish parade. Goldfish pancake. I wonder if that would be.
Hilarious.
Out on the street, everywhere they looked, there were goldfish parents just like them with their chickens. I mean, goldfish.
When at last it was their turn at the fountain, H and baby M and little O told their fish goodbye and see you soon. Don't be homesick. Then the man helped them lower the bowl underwater. At first, the fish hung back in the bowl until, in a flash of light, they darted and were gone.
Kerspoosh.
The water shone in the shadow of the eagle's wings, and the children saw, glistening in the sunlight, swimming in the clear, cool pool, like sudden glimpses of hidden treasure, fish after shiny gold fish.
All through the hot summer, H, little O, and baby M stopped to say hello to their goldfish, and so did all the other goldfish parents. Soon the children looked forward to meeting each other at the fountain. Each day they played together. Every day Grandpa came and put his chair down and chatted with the children, who sat and listened. And he told them stories of those hot August days long, long, long ago when Pastor Patrick was a boy, and how he and the children who couldn't leave the city would jump up and splash the fountain. And the children wished that they were those children jumping in.
Before they knew it, it was the end of summer. The man told the goldfish parents that the only way to catch their fish was to go in the fountain, to wade into the waters with their nets. And so all the children took off their sandals and jumped and splashed and laughed in the fountain. And then Grandpa took off his sandals too and rolled up his trousers and paddled. And he said it was like those days long ago when he and Pastor Patrick were a boy.
And the children could hardly even recognize their goldfish. They looked like completely different fish. Are they really our fish? Asked little O as they headed home. Oh, yes, I'm absolutely certain they're our fish, said Grandpa, who really wasn't at all certain they were. They look so fat and plumpy, happy, said H. Of course, said Grandpa. That's what a vacation will do for you. Anyways, who says you have to leave the city to have a vacation? And the children laughed because they knew it was true.
And so the goldfish, who may have been Barracuda, Pastor Patch, and Fish, or some other goldfish altogether, went back into being fish in a bowl. And the children went back to being children in a school. Until next summer, when the Hamilton fountain would once again be filled with lily pads and reeds and shining water and golden fish. And children.
Y'all know, check this out. No joke, back when my kids were your age, my daughter won
20, 30 years ago?
4 goldfish at church in Awana. Pastor Andy, how many goldfish have you given away in Awana? I believe we did give away some betas though. But anyhow, we brought them home and it was December. We had covered up our pool up in Tennessee. It gets really cold in the winter. Goldfish will grow to the size of their environment. So if you put them in a tank this big, they'll only get this big. You put them in a tank this big, they'll get bigger. So what would I do? Of course, I would put all 4 in my swimming pool because I decided that when I opened it up in May or June, I would get out there on my float and I would throw my fishing line out there and I would catch my fish because every year when we opened it up, y'all, we would find underneath this big cover over the pool, we would find literally thousands of worms that had crawled into the pool. Thousands of worms.
Ew.
So I thought they can eat all the worms and they'll grow huge. I can catch them with a fishing line. Well, they did grow bigger, but I was expecting they would be like this big. They don't grow that big in like 6 months, but they did definitely get a lot bigger and it was really hard to catch them. So, but we did, and we kept them for a long time until our catfish ate them. So how's that for a good story?
Wow. What an uplifting story.
It's
Hey,
a story.
the cool thing is, if you flip this around, the goldfish went on a vacation. They came here, or it'd be like us. We're here for like a vacation, but eternity, heaven is forever. And when we get there, we won't leave there. That will be like a forever vacation where we get to stay forever and ever. I can't wait to get to heaven. It won't even be like, it'll be like a vacation. That'll be awesome, but it will never end. Kind of like tomorrow.
Absolutely.
It'll end. I'm going to the beach tomorrow. Did you know, Miss Sabrina, that in heaven, that there is a crystal river? Yeah.
I thought it was a crystal sea.
Ooh.
Oh, so is it just north of here? A couple minutes then?
The Crystal River? Here's what I'm thinking. If there is
I
a
swam with the manatees in Crystal River once.
river in
So cool.
heaven, there's got to be fish, right? So I'm planning on fishing in heaven. But if you guys
It's
want
got
to
to be
see
even
what
more beautiful than Crystal River, Florida.
true, but if you want to see what heaven is going to be like, you can read the end of Revelation 21 and then into 22 a little bit, and it will tell you what heaven is going to be like one day. It's so awesome sauce. Read it tonight. Have mom or dad read it to you. Crystal rivers, golden streets. Imagine streets made out of gold.
A gate made out of a single pearl.
How big is
So
that
amazing.
pearl? It's got to be as big as
Huge. I bet.
huge.
Huge.
Pastor Andy.
Huge.
Huge.